We're not gonna let the winter take us down. So here's some winter self-care slash hygiene tips that I have been doing that has been improving my life and honestly, just keeping me sane.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back. So it's finally winter. I'm saying finally like it's my favorite season. It used to actually be my favorite season, but now as I'm growing older, it is not. It's cold outside, my skin is dry, acne, just like we're in the house the whole time. There's a lot of things that you need to just put extra self-care. So here's some winter self-care slash hygiene tips that I stand by. Has been improving my life. Just doing these things over and over just helps me feel better. So if you struggle with the same things during winter, let me know in the comments on what you do to help yourself throughout this time. Let's get started with these tips. Number one is obvious, but moisturize, 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 and reapply. That's the whole thing. This whole winter season, reapply, moisturize. Our skin is dry. We need more care for our skin, especially mine. I tend to have dry skin overall. Like my skin on my face, my body, it just tends to be dry. So when it comes to winter, my feet, my lips, my skin, my hair, it just becomes extra dry. So I need to put like extra care to it. So these are some of the things I do for those parts to actually like just moisturize it, make sure it looks healthy. When my skin is dry, it's hard to smile because it just, so the main things I switched is my moisturizer. So for my face, I have a heavier moisturizer. Only at nighttime, obviously. In the morning, I keep the same thing, same sunscreen, everything. But at nighttime, first I put hyaluronic acid and then I also put that Aveeno moisturizer. The Aveeno alone doesn't keep my skin moisturized. Hyaluronic acid is the biggest thing I'll say that I've just added the whole year. Throughout the whole year, I think I'll wear that, but just more frequently. Anytime I put hyaluronic acid on my face, I put on my lips. I do not want cracked lips. So hyaluronic acid is the best because it locks in the moisture so that even later on throughout the day, throughout the night, your lips and your skin is not becoming dry. Also for the lips, carry a lip balm everywhere. That's one thing I've been doing. I have one in my gym bag, on my side bag, just purse, like if I'm going to church, anywhere. I always have a lip balm. And it doesn't need to be some fancy or expensive lip balm. Aquaphor will do it. If you carry it everywhere, just a tiny one. And that is more than enough. Just reapplying it throughout the day so that my lips are hydrated. But also, I think my favorite one, like repurchase it over and over because of the quality, is the Rhode lip balm. It's moisturizing my lips. And also, do you see the gloss? If you ever see me wearing lip gloss, like on my shorts, on my TikToks, or anything, this is most likely what I'm wearing. I carry this everywhere. Then for my body and skin, I keep my Fenty Butter Drop because it just does enough. But the days I feel, extra cracked, extra ashy, extra I like to add some type of body oil. I have the Up and Up one, but then also like on the higher end, the Moroccan oil. Affordable but really good is Aveeno. The Aveeno one doesn't have like a crazy smell. Your skin will be hydrated. Amlactin lotion also is very good. Then for my hair tends to just be dry during the winter. It just comes with it. So one thing I've been doing is deep conditioning twice a week. The Mild deep conditioner, it's the rosemary one. That's my favorite right now, so I've just been using it. It keeps my hair moisturized. It's also good for hair growth since it has, rosemary. Another thing I've been trying not to do is go outside with wet hair. I think that's the worst thing for your hair, going outside with wet hair. First of all, our hair is fragile when it's wet already. It's gonna dry and you're gonna feel like your curls or your hair is gonna turn into powder. It's prone to damage. To avoid that, what I've been doing is if I wanna leave my hair out like this, I would dry my hair inside the house, then go outside. Overall, moisturize, make sure your skin, your hair, your lips, your feet. The next thing is air purifier. I actually got this for Christmas. My sister got it for me. I've had it for almost a month and I've seen the biggest difference. So an air purifier, let me show you mine. Mine is tiny because my room is tiny. I don't need a big one. Basically what it does is it purifies the air. It takes in the air and it like cleanses it. Almost like a filter for your air. The main thing I struggle with during winter is acne. So I've been having acne right here. So first of all, I fixed my diet. That's the first thing you need to do if you're breaking out and you usually don't. So I fixed my diet, started drinking water, everything, and it still wasn't going away. I think the most important part about air purifiers and why I really wanted it is that I watched a video that this lady was explaining how during the winter, there's not a lot of circulation inside the house. So when you're inside, because windows are not open, the doors are not open, so we're breathing each other's air. Let me just put air purifier on my Christmas list. And one of my sisters got it for me. There's a night mode, there's a day mode, and it just goes on. I've seen the biggest difference. Although I changed my diet for my acne, I've been washing my sheets. I actually wash my pillowcase twice a week because I was just so confused of why I was breaking out. As soon as I put the air purifier, it started to change. Like my skin started getting better. Also, everything I added, it's not only the air purifier. When I come inside my room, it smells crisp. It just smells clean. The biggest thing with me is smell. So if someone's cooking downstairs and the smell starts coming up here, I do not want my clothes to smell like that. So I've had the air purifier here and it's, preventing my clothes to smell. A couple days ago, my sister came in and she was like, Sada, your room smells the most neutral out of everyone's. And it's because of the air purifier. The only thing that's different from everyone, like everyone's room, the kitchen, downstairs, is the air purifier inside my room. So I am so glad I got this for Christmas. My room just feels like another place. The next thing I'll say is weekly pamper routines. So have a day throughout the week where you're taking care of yourself, you're pampering yourself, because during the winter, we just need some extra care, mentally and also like physically. Like our bodies are dry, like just everything's changing, and also like we're inside the house more, we're not really going out. So actually it's a perfect time to stay in, do some self-care pamper nights. I usually do mine on Sundays. It's also something to look forward to throughout the week. During that time, I really just try to pamper myself. And the one thing I've been doing is having a focus for each self-care Sunday. If you've been keeping up with my TikToks, I do self-care Sunday and then I have a focus. So I see what my body needs for that week. If my feet feels extra dry, if my lips are extra dry, I try to pay attention extra to that on that Sunday. I've heard other people call it corrective shower routine or corrective self-care night, where they focus on the one thing where they need help. So I've been incorporating that and having a focus each week. Winter's not the most happiest time for everyone. There's seasonal depression. There's just heaviness for the winter. And the one thing you can keep up with yourself is just having some type of pamper self-care routine for yourself. And this year, one of my goals is to live a quality life. Doesn't always have to mean a lot of money, a lot of just things. Quality life is doing something intentional. So everything that I do, doing that intentionally. If it's a pamper self-care, just that time. Like I want like that time to be luxurious time for me, wearing my favorite bathrobe, my favorite body butter, smelling good. But those are my goals. There's no pamper routine that is straightforward. You should do this. Customize it for yourself. What do you want that week? Everyone has different circumstances. Some people live alone, but also some people are mothers. Just different time. But just have a space and a time throughout the week to take care of yourself. The next thing I'll say is learn a new skill. This is actually the perfect time to learn some type of skill. You're mostly in the house. It's too cold to go outside. In whatever way you want, whatever skill you want to strengthen, do it at home. The one thing I've been trying to add is edit more. So find different ways to edit. I do have an editor, but she edits half the videos and then I edit the other half. So I want to be more creative, figure out a way to just better my content, and personally, I just love editing, creating, all of that. So I just want to get better at it. Also, I don't know if this is a skill, but reading. I want to get better at reading. So setting a time aside, like throughout the day, it could be like 30 minutes. I could put a timer and just reading. I've been doing it before bed, but sometimes I'm so tired that I forget to do it. Just doing something, it could be 10 minutes. It could be 5 minutes, because my attention span, how it works is I start reading, right? And then I start daydreaming. I have to go back and read it. Daydreaming. That happens over and over and over. So I need some type of structure. So I just put on like some type of timer. It's been hard for me to read, but I will get better at it. It also gets your mind off of like just this time of like this winter heaviness, if that's what you're feeling. And learning a new skill kind of gives that excitement throughout this time. This last Sunday's sermon was about strengthening your strengths. So getting what you're good at and really just like improving that and strengthening that in whatever way. So really think about, what are you good at? What are your skills? What are your strengths? And really to just strengthen that. Or if you want to learn a new skill, going online, YouTube has a lot of things. Like for me to edit, I'm on YouTube learning different things. I feel like that's what helps me. And I just really just look up tutorials. But also another thing is, you can do like a class. If you invest in your skills, it will invest in you. So whether it's money or time, taking your time of like you would be scrolling or watching TV and trying to learn something new, investing yourself in that way will pay you so much more later on. So this is the time. Okay, by the time it's spring and summer, you're gonna regret the time you didn't learn a skill during the winter when you were just stuck in the house. I'll finish off by saying, don't be afraid to be seen trying. It's okay to try. It's actually part of the process of you being more successful. So don't be afraid to be seen trying. Alright? The next thing I'll say is wear sunscreen even if it's in the winter. We might not see the sun, but that UV ray is still there to protect our skin from any, skin problems, different things that can harm our skin. Just wear sunscreen. It's best to wear it during the winter. Is you get in the habit of wearing a sunscreen. So when it comes to those seasons where the sun is blazing, it's a habit now because you've been practicing it during the winter. We need sunscreen throughout the whole year. Fall, spring, summer.
Spring, summer. September, spring, summer.
And also wear the right amount, which is 2 finger lengths. So whenever you're putting on your sunscreen, make sure it's 1, 2 finger lengths. And just put it everywhere. Don't forget your neck, the back, your chest. Really research what's good for you. The sunscreen that works for me is the Naturium sunscreen. You just want to protect that, and also it slows the aging process. The next thing I'll say is tea time at night. If you know me, I will drink hot coffee, hot tea during any season. I don't usually drink ice cold coffee like iced tea. I just like it hot. But I know some people only like cold things during the summer or hot weather and then hot things during the winter. This is the perfect season to drink hot tea. And the one tea I've been obsessed with is spearmint tea. I actually discovered that like a month ago because I started breaking out and I found out that spearmint tea is actually good for hormonal acne. And for some reason, it was hard for me to find spearmint tea. I went to Sprouts, Whole Foods. I actually found it at Mom's Organics. I don't know if that's everywhere, but it did not have to be that hard to look. But I was like, I wonder why like no one has spearmint tea. It's because everyone's taking it. Everyone's finding the secret and the gem how spearmint tea can help you so much. Not only with hormonal acne, it lowers blood sugar, it relaxes and reduces stress. There's so many benefits. If you just search it up, spearmint tea benefits list. I've been sleeping better. My hormonal acne has been, I feel like that was part of it. Changing my diet, adding the spearmint tea, and I think my skin is actually clearing up now. I feel just refreshed before going to bed. It could be any other tea too. So like if you have cramps, red raspberry leaf tea, perfect for cramps, will help you relieve that pain. Like drinking tea before bed is just so warm. I just have like my tea, my book, I'm reading it. It just gives that luxury feel to it. So winter is the perfect time to drink hot tea before bed. Just try it out and let me know. The next thing I'll actually be adding is having some type of vitamin D throughout the winter season. We're not having enough vitamin D and we need that. Vitamin D has many benefits, but some of them that kind of stood out to me is inflammation. So that's acne, also like our gut health, bloating. It also improves mood. I know winter can bring up seasonal depression and just throughout this time it could be hard. So having some type of vitamin D daily improves our mood. Also, my friend used to go to university in New York and she used to say that during the winter there's not a lot of sunlight up there. People would use sun mirrors. It's some type of light that gives you what the sun can't. Not fully, obviously. The sun, it's unmatched. I actually got it for her for Christmas because she was my secret Santa, but I didn't exactly know what it does until now, and now it makes sense. So having some type of vitamin D throughout the day to keep that up is another important thing for the winter season. The next thing I'll say is take care of your mental health. Again, I've mentioned it a couple times, but the winter season is hard for a lot of people, and you don't want to get to a point where you're just like on the couch, you're not doing anything, you can't really go outside. So one way to do this is to journal and debrief at the end of the day. So before going to bed, write down what happened that day, like what you felt, if anything happened. Just really journal and see what's in your mind. Second thing I'll say is pray and connect with God. That is the number one thing for me to run to whenever I just have those low days. And I know it's hard, especially if you live alone, to just this season to be very lonely and alone, but he's there for you. Connect with him, pray, he's listening. Another thing I'll say is FaceTime and call your loved ones, your friends, your family. I remember being in college and like some semesters I would feel so alone because I decided to go to New Mexico, if you don't know, for my first 2 years. I have no family there, no friends. I started from a blank slate. I didn't know anyone there. So some days would get so lonely because it's just, especially during the winter, like those cold days where there's no events. One thing that helped me throughout that time is to call my sisters, call my friends. And after that, those FaceTime calls, I would feel so much better. I know there's support. Even though they're on the other side of the country, I still felt like there's connection. Like I know I have support. I just needed to call them. I know it can be tempting to just kind of sit eating whatever, like junk food, everything, because it's just the winter. So eat food and drinks that actually help you throughout this time. Also, don't overconsume, whether it's eating, whether it's content, binge watching Netflix, everything. It's winter, you just want to sit down, watch a lot of things. So I really try to avoid that. I work from home. I just go to the gym and come back home because it's just too cold. The days where I don't do a lot of things, after I'm done finishing everything for the day, I just want to sit, scroll, or watch something. Whenever you're bored, don't always go run for like scrolling or like watching something all the time. Just in moderation, don't overconsume it. The last thing I'll say is prep your body. This is the time to go to the gym to achieve what you want. The question I always ask myself is, where will I be in 6 months? How will I feel? Did I progress or did I decline, or is it just like this? There's nothing. I want to go like this, okay? It could be up and down, but as long as it's going linear, yeah. But in 6 months, if I keep working on myself and just getting better, my life is gonna look so much different in 6 months. It's January. A lot of people's goals is to have that summer body by the time they go to, vacation in June. You can work throughout this time, collect your money so that you could go on that vacation that's on your vision board. There's a lot of things. In 6 months, if you work on something daily, especially during the winter, and just really lock in during this time, the defrosting process during spring is gonna be so much easier. It's also the perfect time to, if you want to bulk, if you want to do peeling mask. You're not leaving the house. Not a lot of people are gonna see you. So you can leave your, trails of dead skin and nobody's gonna see you, but you're also improving yourself. Also, this is the best time to start getting into the habit, eating clean. Just different habits you wanna build for the rest of the year. It's the beginning of the year. It's also winter, you're at home. You can start building a routine where it becomes a habit that the routine just sticks throughout the whole year. Things are gonna start getting busier. If you start some type of routine now, you will stick to it. You got this. And the one thing I've been doing is also to build muscle, but I've actually just gotten away from the thinking of the physique part of it, because I used to be I want to bulk, I want to get bigger. There's something that just was blocking me from gaining weight. So I wanted that to be the main focus. And now I'm just thinking about my health. So the one thing I want to practice during this winter season is obviously going to the gym, building muscle, but mainly eating clean and just being healthy in that way. So that's the one thing I've been working on. I just started doing Pilates. I've been wanting to do it for such a long time, but something is just holding me back. But you know what? This year, nothing's holding us back. And I'm trying to perfect Pilates. It's my 6th intro class because I'm I want to get everything before going to the actual main class, but I think I'm gonna go next week. Pilates makes you feel uncomfortable in the best way. So that's what I wanted to do, just to try something new. If I get in a habit of it, I can do it for the rest of the year, you see? Let's improve ourselves throughout this time, take care of our mental health, physical health, get our summer bodies, save up, whatever you're thinking of. So overall, just take care of yourself this winter season. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know some of the winter hygiene self-care tips that you'll be adding this season. Also, I wanted to mention that I already picked the winners for the giveaway, and I'll be doing another one soon. So stay tuned for that, okay? Very soon, okay? But thank you so much and come again.